Right now, a race is on. A high-stakes, planet-altering showdown between the United States and China. These two global giants are locked in a competition that will shape not just their own destinies, but the future of the entire world. The outcome of this race will ripple across continents, affecting economies, politics, and the very air we breathe. The prize? Control over the future of energy. Whoever wins this race will have the power to define how the world is powered for generations to come. It's not just about electricity, it's about influence, innovation, and the ability to set the global agenda for decades. America, once the undisputed champ of nuclear power, has slowed down. Its infrastructure is aging, its reactors are decades old, and investment has stalled. The country that once led the world in nuclear innovation now finds itself struggling to keep up, with many plants facing shutdowns and little new construction on the horizon. Meanwhile, China is surging ahead, building new reactors at a pace the world has never seen. With each passing year, China's nuclear fleet grows larger and more advanced, fueled by massive government investment and a clear national strategy. While America debated, China poured concrete. As U.S. policymakers argued over regulations and funding, China was busy connecting reactors to the grid, training a new generation of nuclear engineers, and sprinting into the lead. The gap between the two nations is widening with every new reactor that comes online in China. This isn't just about bragging rights, it's about who will set the rules for the next century of global power. The nation that dominates nuclear energy will have a major say in international standards, safety protocols, and the direction of future technology. The winner could determine who leads in technology, economics, and international security. Nuclear energy isn't just about lights and factories, it's about powering the data centers that run artificial intelligence, securing energy independence, and even influencing military strategy. The starting gun fired quietly, with the hum of construction cranes on the Chinese coast. While the world was focused on other issues, China was laying the foundation for a new era of energy dominance, one reactor at a time. For years, the West barely noticed, distracted by other crises, financial meltdowns, political turmoil, and shifting priorities. The nuclear race was happening in the background, out of sight and out of mind for most people. Now China is on track to build more reactors in the next decade than the rest of the world combined. This unprecedented expansion is reshaping the global energy landscape, putting China in a position to lead not just in nuclear but in the entire clean energy transition. The implications are massive, touching every person on the planet. From the electricity that powers your home to the stability of your country's economy, the outcome of this race will affect us all in ways both obvious and invisible. Why should you care? Because this contest will affect your energy bills, the air you breathe, and the world your kids inherit. The choices made today will determine whether future generations enjoy clean air, affordable power, and a stable climate, or face higher costs and greater risks. This is about the building blocks of modern civilization, who will power AI, electric vehicles, and the fight against climate change. Nuclear energy is a cornerstone of a low-carbon future, and whoever leads here will shape the technologies and industries of tomorrow. The race is on, the stakes couldn't be higher, and one contender has been napping for too long. The world is watching to see if America can wake up and reclaim its leadership, or if China will cement its place as the new nuclear titan. It's time to wake up. The decisions made in the next few years will echo for generations. Will the U.S. rise to the challenge, or will it let this opportunity slip away? The future is being built right now. The question is, who will own it? When you hear the word nuclear, what comes to mind? For most people, it's not clean energy or climate solutions. Instead, it's images of mushroom clouds, disaster headlines, or maybe even those glowing green cartoon symbols from TV shows. Nuclear power has a reputation problem. Decades of fear, fueled by rare but dramatic accidents in pop culture, have overshadowed its potential. But today, we're facing a crisis that demands we look past old fears. The planet is heating up at an alarming rate. At the same time, our hunger for electricity is exploding. Cities are growing, technology is everywhere, and billions of people still need reliable power. We're in a jam. How do we power the world without cooking it? Solar panels and wind turbines are incredible innovations. They're clean, renewable, and getting cheaper every year. But there's a catch. They only work when the sun shines or the wind blows. When night falls or the air is still, the power stops. That's why we need what's called baseload power. Energy that's always there, no matter the weather or time of day. It's the backbone of a stable grid, keeping hospitals, homes, and businesses running 24/7. For decades, coal and natural gas filled that role. They're reliable, but they come with a huge downside. They pump out massive amounts of carbon dioxide and other pollutants, driving climate change and harming our health. Nuclear power, on the other hand, produces huge amounts of electricity with almost zero carbon emissions. It's one of the cleanest sources of energy we have, and it doesn't depend on the weather. Unlike solar and wind, nuclear plants run around the clock, rain or shine, day or night. They're the only clean energy source that can deliver non-stop large-scale power. The choice we face is stark. Either we fail to meet our climate goals and risk catastrophic warming, or we get serious about every clean energy option available, including nuclear. It's not about picking favorites, it's about survival. This isn't a battle of nuclear versus renewables. The real solution is using all our tools together, solar, wind, and nuclear, each playing their part in a cleaner, safer energy future. Think of nuclear as the all-night guardian, quietly keeping the lights on when solar and wind can't. It's the unsung hero in the fight for a livable planet. Ignoring nuclear power in the climate fight is like bringing a water pistol to a raging wildfire. We simply can't afford to leave such a powerful tool on the sidelines. To tackle climate change, we need every solution we've got: innovation, investment, and the courage to rethink old assumptions. The future of our planet depends on it. The choices we make today will shape the world our children inherit. Betting on atoms isn't just a gamble, it's a commitment to a brighter, cleaner future for everyone. While America hesitated, debating the future of its energy infrastructure and grappling with political gridlock, the world kept moving. The US, once a pioneer in nuclear technology, found itself stalled by regulatory hurdles, public skepticism, and rising costs. As construction sites sat empty and plans gathered dust, a new leader quietly emerged on the global stage. China learned from the world's successes and failures, studying best practices and avoiding costly mistakes. Then it started building, fast. With a sense of urgency and purpose, China launched a nationwide effort to transform its energy landscape. Today, China leads the largest nuclear expansion in history. There are more reactors under construction in China than in the rest of the world combined, and the pace shows no sign of slowing down. Massive construction sites buzz with activity, and new plants come online every year. This isn't just about building more reactors, it's about executing a strategic vision for the nation's future. China's leaders see nuclear energy as a cornerstone of their long-term plans. Nuclear energy is central to China's plan for energy security, cleaner air, and climate action. By investing in nuclear, China aims to provide reliable electricity for its growing cities while reducing harmful emissions. By building nuclear plants at scale, China is reducing its dependence on foreign oil and gas imports, insulating itself from global price shocks and supply disruptions. This shift strengthens national security and economic stability. Switching from coal to nuclear is a direct assault on China's air pollution crisis. Cleaner energy means healthier cities, fewer respiratory illnesses, and a better quality of life for millions. And to meet its ambitious carbon-neutral pledge by 2060, China knows it needs a massive nuclear fleet. Renewables alone can't carry the load. Nuclear is the backbone of its decarbonization strategy. The government approaches this challenge like a moon mission, streamlining construction, cutting red tape, and standardizing designs for efficiency. Factories now mass-produce reactor components, slashing costs and timelines. The result? Each new plant is built faster, cheaper, and better than the last. Lessons learned are quickly applied and innovation is constant. China's workforce is gaining unmatched experience, training a new generation of nuclear engineers and technicians. Meanwhile, in the West, much of the expertise is aging out or retiring, creating a widening gap. But China isn't just building power plants, they're creating a complete nuclear ecosystem. From research and development to fuel supply and waste management, every link in the chain is being strengthened. This comprehensive approach gives China a competitive edge that could last for decades, positioning it as a global leader in nuclear technology and clean energy. The world is watching and learning. As China races ahead, other nations are taking notes, wondering if they too can build the future fast. What's China building? Not just more reactors, but smarter ones. The Hualong-1, their homegrown design, combines global best practices with advanced safety. It's standardized, reliable, and mass-producible, like the Toyota Camry of reactors. With double containment and passive cooling, it's among the safest in the world. But China's not stopping there. They're pioneering thorium molten salt reactors. These use abundant thorium, operate at low pressure, and are meltdown-proof by design. If they overheat, the reaction safely stops itself. They also produce less long-lived waste. China is the first to build and test a functional thorium reactor, aiming to invent tomorrow's technology. They're playing both the short and long game in nuclear innovation. China's nuclear ambitions go global. Its domestic build-out is a springboard to become the world's top nuclear exporter. China offers turnkey deals: reactor design, construction, financing, fuel, and training. For developing nations, this is irresistible. Power, expertise, and funding in one package. Pakistan already runs Chinese reactors. Deals are in the works with Argentina, Saudi Arabia, and more. Each export is a decades-long strategic relationship, locking in influence. As China sets the standards, the US risks losing its role as global nuclear gatekeeper. The world's nuclear future may soon be shaped by Beijing's interests. That should make everyone pay attention. America isn't out, just late to the party. Now there's bipartisan urgency to reclaim nuclear leadership not by copying China, but by innovating. The new focus, small modular reactors, SMRs, and advanced designs, smaller, safer, factory-built, SMRs promise faster, cheaper builds and mass production. The US is pouring billions into public-private partnerships to fast-track these reactors. Startups like NuScale, TerraPower, and X-Energy are racing to bring breakthrough designs to market. The goal leapfrog China with next-gen technology. America's strength is innovation and competition. The hope, a game-changing reactor that redefines nuclear energy worldwide. A comeback is tough. America faces big hurdles. First, regulation. The NRC's outdated, slow process stifles innovation. New reactor designs don't fit old rules, making approvals painfully slow and expensive. Even if regulation improves, costs are daunting. First-of-a-kind SMRs are still pricey. China's supply chain is efficient. America's is just restarting. Fuel is another problem. Advanced reactors need HALEU, mostly supplied by Russia. The US is scrambling to build its own supply, but it'll take years. Meanwhile, China is building and exporting now, gaining experience and market share. America's advanced reactors are still years from commercial reality. The US is betting on a leapfrog, but time is running out. If it can't deliver soon, China may win by default. The race is on, and the clock is ticking. Will America catch up before it's too late? This race is about more than electricity. It's about national security, economic leadership, and the climate's fate. Whoever leads in nuclear tech shapes global rules and standards. If China dominates, it sets the protocols, potentially weakening safety and non-proliferation. The winner will capture a huge slice of the global energy market, driving jobs and innovation. Most urgently, nuclear is key to fighting climate change. The country that deploys clean, reliable nuclear at scale will shape the world's energy future. The stakes couldn't be higher. We're at a crossroads. China is sprinting ahead, building at scale with proven tech. America is betting on innovation, a leap that could change the game. Can the US catch up? Maybe. But it'll take regulatory reform, new reactors, and a domestic fuel supply. This demands national focus and public-private teamwork. Why does it matter? Because your future, energy bills, air quality, and global stability hangs in the balance. This isn't just about reactors, it's about the world we want. Do we want innovation and democratic values or dependence on authoritarian tech? Pay attention. This is one of the most important stories of our time. The future of energy is being built now, in concrete and code. The race is on. The stakes are planetary and the finish line is still up for grabs. Don't look away.